Good afternoon. It is a beautiful Saturday out here. Do y'all like bonsai? Do you like figs? Why not make both of them? So ever since I saw for the first time The Karate Kid back in 1984, I was hooked on bonsai. I love bonsais. I have some maple bonsai. I've even played around with spruces, but I love figs. Is there any way that we can make two-in-one? I've seen a few videos on it, but I'd like to give it a try again. I've tried it in the past and they just grow rapidly. So it's a little bit harder to train them, but that's never stopped me before. All right, let's set it up. Now, as you can see, I have just a simple little setup. This is my prep station. I have lots of goodies on this thing. It's waterproof. I can roll it around, hose it off. Anywho, getting to the base of this, the meat and potatoes. You're going to need wire. You're going to need a bendable wire, preferably a larger one. This one is, I think this is 5 or 6 mil. This one here is 10 gauge. So you can see, 10 gauge is probably like 4 mil. The bigger you get in the diameter, the more rigidity you're going to have. You'll have a little bit more play in them. So these are the two basics. You can have stuff for wound grab, for any wounds or areas like that you cut from a main branch. If you get into the bigger ones, you got to have wire cutters. You got to have like a little thing to prune off, and that's just a little bowl. We're going to take this one, this plant here, our unknown, and it has a little, I guess, volunteer. You can see when they're young like this, they're very pliable. So I've air layered these in the past. As you can tell, they do really well with air layers. You can also cut them from the dirt. You can go down into the dirt, separate it from the actual mother plant, and pull a fair amount of roots. And that's what we're going to do with this one. I'm going to let it grow in the pot, and then it's going to cool off. It's going to start cooling off for the end of the season. It's going to start to lignify, and that's going to be our base. An S pattern shape. That's what we're going for. So first things first, we're going to need to clear out some of the leaves, some of the little leaves at the bottom, some of the figs. We'll take that off. This is where the cutters come in. I've already sterilized these, so you go ahead and just take some snips. The thing with bonsai is you have to have a decent anchor part. So anchor point, when I'm talking about that is, if you don't have like a second branch that's close to anchor to, it's gonna be a little more challenging because you wanna use this as an anchor. And I'm just gonna take a piece and show you what I'm talking about. So get a piece that's gonna be long enough, a little bit longer. So we're gonna go from here to here and then wrap around here. So from the mother tree, down and across, and to the actual branch that we're gonna be working with. Take your wire cutters and just cut you a little piece here. After you get a piece, what you're going to do is come over here, wrap it around the mother tree, and then just gently wrap it around what you're working with. Now, I have somewhat of a tolerance to latex and fig sap. If you're at all sensitive to it, and it's sticky, so sometimes people don't like messing with it. If you have an intolerance to it, go ahead and put gloves on, protect your hands, safety first, all that good stuff. So there's a couple things we can do. You can see it's already wanting to curve up this way. So I'm thinking we're gonna take it this way and make like an S shape. So gently and slowly, and if it breaks, it breaks. So the good thing about figs is they can basically grow back from just about anything. Take this, gently go into the direction that you want it to go, and then kind of snug up your wire around the plant. And once you get that shape, then you start going the other way. So I'm going to tighten up the wire just a little bit and then bend it. Take your time. There's no big rush with this. And as you can see, changing aspects, perspective, so you can get a better, I mean, a little bit clearer look. So what I was talking about, the S shape. So coming up from the bottom, actually it's a reverse S from this side, but eventually this is going to start lignifying. It's going to start browning up for winter. We still have maybe a month left of warm weather. It's starting to dip a little bit into the 60s at night, so it's okay if it starts thickening up and browning up at this point. This is going to be our base shape. You can kind of pull it a little bit more. Like I said, you don't want to go too much. But at the same time, that's going to give us a decent look. I'm not going to mess with the apical bud. I'm going to let this grow as much as possible. Any side shoots that attempt to branch off or start up at this point, I will cut away. And I'm going to be patient. Patience with these things, patience with bonsai. That's the whole point of bonsai, is a patient, slow developing entity. It's a whole new look. You get to create. We get to scaffold our trees. We want the most productive trees, of course. We want fruit. We want figs. We want delicious just nectar and that figgy flavor and just excellence. However, sometimes when we're in between, we want to play with them, and this is a fun way. Do something creative. I hope you enjoyed this. Gave you a little inspiration to, hey man, give it a shot. See what you can do. And remember, fig on.